My name is Alicia Brand, and I am president and co-founder of Army of Parents. And this is probably one of the most important jobs I've ever had, because it's about saving our country and protecting our children and ensuring that they have the opportunity to achieve the American dream. So my co-founder, Erin Poe Roselle, and our other members of our board, Paul Chen, Carly Copeland, and George Taplin, are all fighting to ensure that we have the right people in the right seats to make sure that our kids have an opportunity to have that American dream and to live in an America of tomorrow. And we are so excited to be a part of this national movement of parents taking part in the electorate. And it's a big responsibility. We want all parents everywhere to get involved and to make change. And this is the first time that parents are actually successful at making change. Look at Virginia. Look at Governor Youngkin and Mieres and Winsome Sears. We have the dream team here, and we can thank these parents. So we're asking all parents everywhere to step out from behind the keyboards and into the fight and save our country for our kids and for the American dream.
I'm Erin Roselle Poe, and I'm the co-founder of Army of Parents. And today, this is all about really getting to know that who's going to be representing us going into this primary election. We've stood by far too long to watch our Democratic political leaders come into Loudoun County and pretend whatever they say is law. And at this time, this election is more essential than ever before, because our children's future are in jeopardy, our country is in jeopardy, and this is going to be the voice that represents us in DC. I did start Army of Parents with Alicia, and it came about very organically. We were basically going back and forth on another social media page that I co-founded, and I wanted to do more. I wanted to break through the envelope and explore issues going further than just Loudoun County, because our country's in trouble, our children are in trouble. And that kind of takes on a different element in terms of what we're trying to do. And when Alicia and I spoke, she jumped at the opportunity as well, and we felt like this was an opportunity for us to continue to move the movement here in Loudoun County to the next level and take it nationally. And that's the goal. We want to be invested in these issues that are so critical to all of our families.
So we are up to about 4,000 members across multiple platforms, and we're really excited about the response that we've had from parents across the country. We are all of a sudden starting to pop in Vermont and North Carolina, Atlanta, Pennsylvania, New York City, and we're just so excited that so many people want to be a part of this movement. Army of Parents does not stand alone. We stand with everyone who wants to take part in changing America for our children. We want the American dream. We want the American dream for our kids. We want them to earn it, and we want them to have the opportunity to earn it. And the way things stand now, they don't have that opportunity, because the schools and the administrations are trying to take that opportunity away from all children. So Army of Parents, in conjunction with Moms for Liberty, is having this event to make sure that we have the right people in the right seats, and that we empower, engage, motivate, and activate our voters so that we can have the American dream, so that we can make tomorrow's America beautiful.
I'm Sheriff Mike Chapman here in Loudoun County, Virginia, and I am very excited about this event. This gives us a chance to showcase the people that are competing for this, for the congressional seat here, and we're just very, very happy. We have so many talented people here that all bring something a little bit different to the table, but they all bring some very conservative principles, and I'm very excited to watch what they have to say.
I'm Luke Rosiak. I'm the Daily Wire investigative journalist who's probably best known for breaking the Loudoun County rape cover-up story. I'm also the author of a book called Race to the Bottom about school systems, particularly in Northern Virginia. My job was covering national politics for a long time, and in 2019 I started realizing local politics matter. The things that happen locally, frankly, have more of an effect on our lives than most of what Congress does. It's been amazing to see parents emerge as the most unexpected special interests in America of the last couple years, because when parents start paying attention, everything changes. There are people that have traditionally voted for Democrats that if they had realized what was going on in these obscure nooks and crannies of local government, they would find that they wouldn't actually support it. What we're seeing now is a total political upending of traditional factions, because people are understanding that there are radicals out there who are harming your children for the sake of ideology and for self-interest. We saw that with the school closures. We see it with CRT and things like that. And so parents understand they've got to get involved, because there are people coming for your kids who don't have their best interests at heart. Loudoun County has been the epicenter of that, and we've got a lot of mama bears and American heroes in this room today, and they're going to determine the future of Loudoun.
Hey Sam, thanks for having us here today. My name is Hung Kao. I'm a candidate for the United States House of Representatives in Virginia's 10th Congressional District. You know, last October when Kabul fell, that's really what caused me to think about running for Congress here, because it's so reminiscent of what happened to my native country of Vietnam. Just the images of mothers handing babies to Marines just broke my heart. I mean, that's not very dissimilar to what happened to me as a kid, where my parents were sewing money and some notes into our clothes saying, hey, you know, this is my child, please take care of him in case we got separated. And at one point, my parents even had to decide which one of their 5 kids they had to leave behind. You know, hey, what if we only bring 2? What if we only bring 3? And those are the hard realities of life, you know, in third world country, and in a place where liberty can fall that quickly. And then in January, when my friends were being kicked out of the military for not getting the vaccine, that really hurt us as well. I mean, these are warriors that I fought with in places like Iraq, Afghanistan, Somalia, and they're just being discarded like trash by this administration. Again, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. It's just I'm against the suppression of religious freedom. And so that's why I'm here now, to fight for what we believe in and fight for this Constitution the way I've done for the last 30 years.
So tell me your thoughts on Army of Parents and this movement, this grassroots movement that started here, and it seems to be catching fire across the nation.
No, the Army of Parents is amazing. Alicia Brandon has been just fire. You know, she's been the spark that's pushed a lot of the parents to stand up for our kids. Again, a lot of the things that we're fighting for schools, that's a local level issue, and my job in Congress would be make sure that we push it down to the state level. I mean, we have an amazing governor in Glenn Youngkin. We have a great Lieutenant Governor, Winsome Sears, and an amazing Attorney General in Jason Miyares. But again, our Army parents, you know, we're fighting for our kids' rights. I mean, look at Title IX. What the Biden administration is trying to do is just add in the language of gender fluidity, which basically negates the entire Title IX, right? I mean, Title IX is to show that there's difference between biological boys and biological girls, and we can't even define that. That basically destroys the whole premise of Title IX. Not only that, what they're trying to do with Title IX is suppress our freedom of speech. They're forcing us to call people by certain pronouns, and that's just not the American way, and that's not what I fought for.
My name is John Henley. I'm pro-life, I'm pro-God, and I'm pro-America first. I spent 28 years in the United States Air Force. I retired in 2019 as a colonel. I started out as enlisted, went to night school, earned an ROTC scholarship, earned my commission, and was assigned to the Space Operations career field. And my last assignment in the Air Force was in legislative affairs. And I helped the Trump administration at that time, as well as Congress and the Senate, and I helped draft a legislative proposal that created the United States Space Force. A bipartisan piece of legislation, 6th branch of the armed forces who are doing things to protect us on a daily basis from what China and Russia are doing every night. So I've been married for 34 years. I also have 5 kids, 2 grandkids. My 2 older sons are also in the United States Air Force. One's doing comm, the other's doing personnel. Another kid in college, and one down in Houston, and a daughter who's a sophomore in school over in Warrenton. So the 3 things that I'm most passionate about that I think we need to do from a congressional perspective: we need to get our economy squared away. We need to reduce inflation. In order to do that, we need to look at balanced budget amendment. We need to look at Budget Control Act and several other mechanisms. On the education side, we need to abolish the Department of Education. We also need to push that money down to the states and make sure there's a parental bill of rights attached to whatever legislation we're able to get passed that gives parents a front seat and the bureaucrats a back seat. And then third, national security. Readiness and modernization of our forces so that they're ready to fight tonight. and it's focused on readiness, modernization, and capability delivery, not critical race theory, as you've seen this current administration do today. So why I'm running over the past year, I've seen a country that I no longer recognize. And I had a choice to make. I could either sit there and throw things at the TV, or I could put a target on my back and prayerfully consider stepping forward. And we did the latter. My wife and I have been on the campaign trail. This is mainly a grassroots effort. We've knocked on probably 20,000 doors. We've talked with a lot of people. And I tell you, this is going to be an exciting year. This is going to be the year of the red wave. And I also say this is going to be the year of the American veteran. There are more veterans running for Congress this year than there's ever been in our history, because they also know the sacrifices that we all made in service. We need to make sure we now go to Congress and make sure we get our country back. So that's why I'm running for Congress. I hope you support me on either May 12th for early voting or May 21st, which is also Armed Forces Day, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at various locations. For more information, go to my website, henleyforcongress.com. Look at the vote tab for John, and you will see your voting location. But God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. I appreciate you. Thanks.
I'm Mike Clancy, candidate for Congress in Virginia's 10th Congressional District. You know, our fundamental rights, our family culture, our schools, our college campuses, our military, our American exceptionalism are all under a relentless attack by the cancel culture, divisive equity agenda, and identity politics, and we need to fight back. We need to be bold. We need to be courageous, and that's why I'm running for Congress, and that's why you have groups like the Army of Parents rising up, because we need to take back this country. Parents should be the ultimate decision makers for the care and education of their children. That is a key issue in this election, and it's where we depart from the Democrats. The Republicans are the party of the family, parents and children, and the Democrats are the party of the teachers union. They're addicted to the donations. So when you look at, for example, the pending Parents' Bill of Rights Act in Congress, there are 109 co-sponsors. Every single one is a Republican. Not one single Democrat has been willing to co-sponsor that bill. And that's one thing that must change. When I get to Congress, I'll co-sponsor the bill. I'll vote for that bill, and we'll put it on Joe Biden's desk. So the ultimate issue here tonight at this event is about parents being the ultimate decision makers for the care and education of their children. Thanks.
My name's Brandon Michon. I'm a native of Loudoun County. I grew up here and educated up in finance and had 4 kids under 10. A year and a half ago, got involved in education here locally in Loudoun County, where I'm an alma mater of the public school system. And we quickly started finding that the elected on the local, state, and federal level were not listening to us. So what do? As parents, we became the loudest union for all the children, which got me involved in politics. And Governor Youngkin's team came to me at the beginning of the year to encourage me to jump in this race. And what are we running on? Education, safety, the economy. We are running on things that matter to everyone. This is all bipartisan topics. There's no Democrat discount card at the gas pump, at the grocery store. Nobody's knocking on your business asking who you voted for. And our children deserve to be educated. This is a message about we, us, and together. This is a message about America and fixing the foundation, which is education, safety, the economy.
And my name is Janine Lawson, spelled JeanneLawson. I'm currently serving in Prince William County on the Board of County Supervisors, and I've been in office, I'm in my 8th year. And I am running for Congress because I'm fearful that the left is really starting to reshape America as we know it. And I got off the sidelines last July to unseat Jennifer Wexton. And I can tell you that in the last year or more, Loudoun County in particular has become what I call the tip of the spear for the Parents Matter movement. And the rest of the country is following her lead here. The parents are doing a fantastic job of exposing the radical left's agenda, specifically indoctrinating our school children and exposing their abuse of power. They're George Soros-funded prosecutor, and we are going to take the fight to them and make Jennifer Wexton wear this around her neck and send common sense leadership to the people of the 10th District this November.